They think we ride alligators and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
right. Like, oh, y'all got cars? Yeah, we got cars.
Come from, California or Mississippi, these different places,
It's all
Florida.
different.
And they're like, wait, can they cook? No, everybody down here can cook. Don't even worry about it.
Come on, coach, we'll see what you got.
Oh, yeah, now they do that all the time.
Oh, yeah, they want to try to test you.
Hey,
Huh? Who can lift the most?
Exactly, yes.
And my buddy was like, dude, do you know who that is? Dude, that's Joe Burrow. Literally, we won every single game, and he's leading everything because of him right now. I was like, I don't keep up with sports. Like, I didn't know.
I just think that being at Nicholls is a perfect place for me to grow. As a person, most importantly, but also as a practitioner, as a coach.
All right, guys, we got the Cajun from Mississippi, Coach Frank Bourgeois in the WolfDen today. Head coach at Nicholls Athletics for strength and conditioning.
What's going on, guys?
How you doing, man?
Glad to be here. Excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We pumped up to have you here, especially we showed it was Coach. I'm drawing a blank right now. Just because, who was the last coach we had on, the golf coach? Why I can't think of his name right now?
Shillings.
Yeah, Coach Shillings.
I'm terrible with last names, honestly.
But no, like, we were just showing him the video, and like, you were like a main part in the video. Like, we kind of captured you whenever you came into the studio and stuff. So,
oh, man. That was a treat. I had no idea what I was doing, but.
No, dude, but it came out so good.
Oh, man, yes.
I can't wait to release that video.
Yes, indeed.
So kind of tell us, like you were saying, from Mississippi, right?
Yeah.
Tell us how you got started. Tell us like where you came from. Tell us from the beginning.
From the very beginning. Interesting story. How I'm from Mississippi was my mom was originally from Natchez, Mississippi. Dad's from Houston. His people are actually from Jeanerette and Baldwin.
And look, guys, I'm not even trying to cut him off right now, but I just want y'all to realize, like, listen to his voice. His voice is literally perfect for a strength and conditioning coach. Like, dude, no, think about it. Like,
he got that.
Yeah, he got that right amount of rasp and the right amount of deepness, and it's just like, get up, grind.
Give me 3 more push-ups.
3 more, give me 5. I can hear it. I
guess I was born to do this thing.
Yeah, man.
So they were from South Louisiana, but in the, I want to say the 40s, they moved to Houston. But long story short, they met in New Orleans. Mom went to Dillard, dad went to Xavier. They both worked at the VA. While they're at the VA, they fell in love and got married and whatnot. Fast forward a little bit, dad decides to join the military, go into the Navy. So when he comes back, on one of his visits, got my mom pregnant with me. And so my mom says, well, I'm not going to stay here by myself.
One of those happy accidents.
Hey, there you go.
Happy accident.
I'm my dad's joy. He's probably going to laugh when he hears that too. But
and then, hey, look, it ended up being a son. So you can't be mad. You can't be mad.
Yeah, so my mom moves to Natchez, Mississippi. And that's where I was birthed. I was born there. Only lived there for about 13 months, though. And so my dad got out the Navy, tried to make it happen in Natchez, Mississippi, but wasn't much going on there. So they decided to move back to New Orleans. So I was raised in New Orleans.
What, did he go back to New Orleans like to do something with the Navy, or did he go to New Orleans like to do some type of other work?
Other work. He was honorably discharged and got into sports medicine.
Okay.
Which is kind of where I started to develop my love for sports.
Right.
He was a coach on the high school level too, as well.
No, that's great. It's all. I mean, that's where I feel like those high school coaches, they have like a little bit more passion for this stuff, more than even like some of the other coaches, just because they're doing this. The pay that these high school coaches are getting. And they're doing this because they love. It's a passion. They love to help the kids, and they love to see the kids grow.
Yes.
And they love to see them excel and succeed.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, the kids are our future.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we're always hitting on that. Like, let's invest in our kids. Let's get the right things going for our kids.
Definitely, especially on that high school level is so pivotal and important because a lot of things are happening really fast in those for those individuals.
Oh, well, especially, can you touch base on that? Like, do you have any knowledge on that with the NIL deals now that they're placing in on the college level? Is that like affecting how kids kind of now are in the high school level? Like, because it's like it's almost like it's like transforming from that. Hey, I got to make it to college so that I can show my worth in college, so I can make it to the NFL.
Yeah.
Now it's almost like
What's more of an incentive?
well, yeah. Well, now
Yeah.
it's almost like, hey, now I need to show my worth. Well, you always have to show your worth in high school to make it to the next level, right? But I feel like it's almost like a
dollar sign.
yeah, it's a dollar sign now.
Yeah,
you know?
no,
So
it
it's
is.
almost
I'm kind of removed from the sport coaching side, because that's more on the sport coaching side of things. But I do know that there is a heavy influence when you can have the potential to make hundreds of thousands of dollars as a freshman that had played one snap or one pitch or whatever it may be. That is definitely an incentive. I just hope that it doesn't dilute the genuine passion and love for the sport in and of itself.
and that's what we were always scared. That's what I was always scared of.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like I quit watching professional sports like NFL and things like that just because at the end of the day, if you look at it, they're an entertainment company. So it's just
Not
like
for real, yeah. Never
no.
looked at it
Well,
like
what's the
that.
first
Yeah.
thing that happens? They get a few $1 million and
Yeah.
they get cocky, and then it's like
Yeah.
it
Well-
takes away from the true love of the game.
well, it's not even about getting cocky either. It's just like it's an entertainment company, so you know that they have other higher ups pulling strings saying,
Look, it's no
Hey,
different than the wrestling WWE.
yeah,
I mean, it's the same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
entertainment. So I just don't want to see college turn to that, and that's what I'm scared of.
Yes.
It's just like I quit watching Saints. I quit watching all the pros just because it's just like if you're not keeping up with it every day and all. And I was betting at the time. I was younger. I was sports betting at the time, and we made some money off of it. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like if you're not keeping up every single day and watching what's going on with the politics of it.
Yes, you get left behind. That's why some of my coaches, they are into it. Like I'm just not. I don't know who's playing what. No disrespect. Or
Right.
anything like that.
You just making sure these kids are able to play and that they're out there healthy.
I'm engrossed in Nicholls, so
Yeah.
I have if you guys say let's go watch the game, I'll probably go watch a Pelicans game or a Saints game or something like that. But for me to just sit at the house and watch
Sports like that.
Yeah,
it's
as far
kinda
as die hard,
hard.
yeah, look,
it's kind of hard.
Look, like they got the people that even one of my cousins. He'll I haven't talked to him in a while, but I mean he can name off every player on all these different teams, and I'm like sitting there. He's like, yeah, you know what I mean? I'm like, no. I don't know exactly what you mean at all. Like I don't follow it to that point.
Well, then
Like,
they got all these other subcategories like all these fantasy leagues and all. And
Bro, I'm the worst at those. I don't even do them anymore.
I never messed with it because I got so many people ask me, hey, bro, you want to join a fantasy league? You want to join it? Like, dude, I'm running 3 companies. Do you think I got time to look at if I
Look,
don't
if I would do a fantasy league, I'd have to just do the auto pick thing if that's
Yeah,
even
I mean,
a thing.
just-
God, yeah, no, me too.
I
Because I would keep the same roster
Yeah.
from
Well,
week
yeah.
1 all the
I
way to
could-
the end.
couldn't do it.
ain't keeping up with that. But tell us like kind of what you do at Nicholls and like where you're there and kind of your main role.
Yeah, so got on campus in June of 2021, the last year. So I'm basically the director of strength and conditioning. So I oversee the training of all athletes, all teams, but I'm hands-on with only 4.
So boy, that was on the last
Which-
leg of
yeah.
COVID, huh? What was
Yeah,
COVID?
what,
21?
2020.
Yeah.
So that must
Actually,
have been
I
kinda-
graduated from Nichols that year, and
in
actually,
21.
No, in 20, and
Oh. Gotcha.
actually, I was like the only year where they did that online graduation. So like,
Gotcha.
I didn't walk or anything, but like my name popped up across the screen on the YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
yeah.
I was like, all right, that's cool. Whatever.
Yeah.
But it was just that weird year, So
Yeah, it was one of those deals where, the situation I was in, I was working with a private company in Dallas, Texas. And they were a small company, but they punched well above their weight.
what you were doing?
So this was companies called Athlete Training and Health.
Okay,
I
so-
don't know if is that okay?
Oh yeah. I
Okay.
mean, is it okay for you?
Yeah. And so so we had locations in Dallas and in Houston. And so this company was savvy to where they created relationships with medical systems. So the 2 largest medical systems are Memorial Hermann in the South Texas, and then Texas Health Resources in the North. And the model was to speed up the process. So they would literally purchase the land and then the building, and then they would put the rehab facility in the building, and then the performance side in the building. And so you literally had a glass wall between sports medicine, sports performance.
And then, like, you could kind of see what was going on between.
Exactly.
That's
and
cool.
the deal was, like, one of my primary roles there was to help create models that would accelerate the process from being over there to coming over here. So from rehab to back to, whether it be back to competition, return to competition, or return just to activities of daily living.
It was the total package.
The total package, man.
So you basically was you took that and you took what you learned from there and you were like, hey, how can I incorporate this to another level?
Without question, because my ultimate goal was always to get back into college ball, and so I never forget. It was June it was July during COVID. I called Coach Moffitt and I said, Coach, I said, I like what I'm doing, but it's not my passion. It's not my love. I said, I want to get back into college ball. Got to get back in the college setting. And I said, I don't care nothing about no Power 5 and nothing like that. I just want to get back into the game. Because, working in those private facilities, those are more like tune-up kind of facilities. Yeah. Guys and females, the athletes come in. They come in for 3 months.
A purpose.
Exactly. And then they're out because they got to go back to school or they have to go back to the facility.
Whether it be in like rehab or like them trying to just perform better.
Exactly. And I like the 52-week grind of being on campus.
Yeah.
And so he said, all right, little Frankie, don't worry. We'll see. And so
did Nicholls even have at the time a strength and conditioning coach?
No, they did.
Oh, they did?
They did. But what happened, the vacancy came about.
Okay.
And when that vacancy came, Coach Moffitt had sent me a text. I can't remember if it was a text or a call. I think it was a text. And he said, look, Frank, I think there may be something you might like. And it was this position here. Coach Rebo had called me. And funny story, I was like, and I was just coming off the floor for like 6 hours of coaching. And I'm checking my phone. And I'm like, what is this 985 number? Is this a spam number? What the hell is this? And so thank goodness he sent the text. And it was Coach Rebo.
That's crazy. Shout out Coach Rebo.
Shout out to Coach Rebo. That's my guy.
He's not here anymore. He's not at Nicholls anymore, but he definitely left out with a bang.
Yes.
And he definitely did a lot for Nicholls.
Oh, he turned that thing around.
Yeah, he did a lot. So shout out. Look, I had a bunch of meetings with Coach Rebo. I did some things to help him out whenever he was still the coach at Nicholls. And I mean, dude, just a super cool, genuine guy.
Oh, yes, man. He got me my foot back in the door, man. And forever grateful to him for sure.
That's awesome.
Coach Rebo. Yeah, so man, came back, ran back to Louisiana.
He is ready to be
and
back.
just itching to get back, man. So, and a lot of everything that I've learned, I've been fortunate and blessed.
So you stayed all the way in Mississippi till that phone call?
Oh, no.
So you were back, okay.
So let's go back to that.
He was in Texas.
Oh, Texas. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's right.
Good.
Yeah. He was in Texas. He was doing his thing.
That's right. When he went back. Okay, I'm just trying to find.
Yeah. And I will go back. Yeah. So, grew up in New Orleans, went to Jesuit. While at Jesuit, that's when I really, before then, as a kid at Joe Brown Park, that's where I kind of fell in love with sports. My folks had me involved in everything, and I kind of drove it because I was interested in everything. So I played, as a kid, I played tennis, soccer, football.
Whatever you could get your hands on.
Whatever I can do and get my hands on. And looking back at it, it helped with, I'm not saying I'm not no athlete by any means, and the guys on the squad right now, they no by any means.
Right.
But just having that general base of just athletic movement, it helps along the way. But
I would even say, and it even helped with you in your position now because you oversee all of these different sports. So that was something that we kind of touched base on. Like we were talking before we actually started the episode, I was kind of asking you a few questions.
Yeah.
And I said, you going in here and so what, before I even go into that subject, what is the 4 main sports that you focus on at Nicholls?
So I'm hands-on with football, track and field, cross country, and tennis.
All right, perfect. Let's just take 2 of those complete opposites.
Yeah.
Tennis, football, right?
Yeah.
Boom. Obviously, what you're doing for these football players with the strength and conditioning, is not nearly the same thing that you're doing with these tennis players.
Mm-mm.
So you having that range and being able to understand, this is what goes in to be a successful tennis player, and this is what goes in to be a successful football player. Do you feel like that was like an advantage that kind of?
Oh no, without question, man, without question. And even like looking at that, when I look at a tennis athlete, I almost look at as a DB, a cornerback, or a safety, because they have to make all these multi-directional cuts. They have to be quick, they have to be powerful, they have to jump. It's just that the setting is a bit different. I'm gonna tell you the complete opposites are going to be football and cross country.
Okay.
And listen, ironically, those have been the two sports since I started strength and conditioning. Those are the two sports that I started with: football and cross country. So at the very beginning, I was always put at I have to look at training at different odds.
Was it because like football was the strongest sport at Nicholls, so like obviously that's what they want you to focus some attention on, and then was like cross country like one of the struggling sports?
No, not necessarily. They just needed a coach.
They needed a coach.
Yeah, and it took a bit of convincing for Coach Salikas to get them in the weight room because there is this perception of why do cross-country athletes need to strength train.
It's endurance. I mean,
No, not past endurance, obviously. Like if you go running, obviously you get an endurance, but like let's talk about it from the other side of things. All right, leg pressing. Let's build those muscles up in your legs. Let's do some hack squats.
And that's where the endurance piece comes in because.
Well, no, I meant more in the aspect of like longevity, like because you're going distance. Like, look, like he was saying, I could see where it could kind of people would think, oh, football, yeah, you're running a lot. Don't get me wrong, because I don't remember the statistics, but they were throwing some out like in a football player's whole game. I don't remember how many miles, but it's like something crazy.
Yeah.
Well, what? No,
and I was saying so basically. I mean, but you get breaks in between because you're stopping the plays and all this. Look, cross country, you're running, miles in one clip.
What makes me think about that, like with this conversation, is I go back and I think David Goggins. So David, I'm sure you do. You got everybody knows David. And if you're a strength and conditioning coach, come on, man. If you don't know who David Goggins is, we're gonna have to kick you out the studio. Right. So, your man David Goggins, he was this huge. He was this bodybuilder. He was a lifter. That's where he like started at, and he went in and he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go run this mega marathon or this ultrathon, whatever it's called, where he does the biggest race or whatever." And like he talks about his first one, he was like, "Yeah, like I trained for it a good bit. Like I knew like my body was there to be it." But he's just like, once you get to that 100-mile mark. And your muscles, your body is just, it really is a mental thing that you have to push through. And it's like your body is one to give up. This dude, he talks about it. He sat down, he had to sit down in a little chair a couple of times. He ended up crapping himself during the run, like 2 different times, like just from his body just giving up. And he literally got back up and kept on going.
Well, look, crazy. Look, my brother, so he's a runner. Well, he's kind of slacked off a little bit because as life goes on, you get busier, and he's got a kid now, so it's a little different. But look, he was trying. He did a few marathons. He ran Boston. He did a couple other things. But look, I'd call him sometimes like, "Hey, what you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I just finished my run." I was like, "Well, how far did you run?" He's like, "Oh, I did 20-something miles." And then listen, look, he'll do 20 miles and then warm down with like another 5, 6.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even like driving that far, much less, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, but look, it's true. Like what you said, look, I said, dude, when you're running these marathons and all, I was like, if you got to pee, what happens? He's like, no, they just piss on
themselves.
So they just roll with it.
Like, what? The marathons, honestly.
Like, it sounds terrible.
Well, like in this day and age, like, and not taking anything away from a cross country runner or a marathon runner, right? They obviously savages. They do things that your average person cannot do. What I freak out about is like, I can't remember the exact name for them. I think it's called like ultrathons or something like that. It's whenever ultra marathons, whenever they run like 300 miles at a time, and it's just like, and it's
24
over
hours type stuff.
Yeah, more than 24 hours. Like some of them go like 2 or 3 days, and I'm just like,
like nonstop.
Nonstop running, nonstop. You don't stop, and you don't. I think there's like some stop like to like maybe get you like a little break and maybe like a water break. But I
hope so.
I mean, dude,
matter of fact, Sean, look up how long a ultrathon is. I'd be curious because that's crazy.
I know. I know. David Goggins said that he.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought I knew a marathon.
In 1 year, he said that he ran like I think it was like 700,000 miles, 700 something thousand miles. in 1 year. And I was through training, and then they're doing like 2 or 3 ultrathons or whatever.
That's wild.
Yeah,
Look, he says right there. So look, an ultra marathon is any running longer than any standard marathon. What is that? 26.2 miles? No,
that's a marathon.
That's just American. That's just a regular. Oh, no, look, 100 miles. It says popular distances include 50K, 31 miles, 100K, 62 miles, and 100 miles. But they got these ultra marathons that they do like 300 miles.
Dude, that's wild.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say. Like, not taking anything away from like a regular marathon, because they doing the biking and all of the swimming. Dude, I can only imagine, dude. Every muscle of your body. Just...
No. And that's the crazy thing. Like, going back to the initial topic of conversation, is that you have to have strength to do that. You know.
Correct.
And just from the mere standpoint from a mechanical perspective, you get free energy. So the stronger that you are, the more mechanically stiff your muscles are, so the more springy you are. And so because you're more springy,
that's less energy you have to burn.
Bam. So I'm dipping less into my calories that I've intaken.
See,
and I'm using kind of free energy.
I love talking to people and hearing stuff like this, because like I was telling you before the pod, I was also a personal trainer at one time in my life. And I was on I'm still trying to be as healthy as I can. I'm not where I want to be at right now. Obviously, we got so much going on, 3 companies and stuff. But nah, dude, like I love hearing that, just because it's crazy. It's the different things that go into it that honestly that make you successful at those points.
It's not for real. So it's a treat to be able to be with, on the front line, quote unquote, or really not in the front line, on the backdrop, behind everything, behind the scenes. Working to help these individuals be the best version of themselves. So it's a real treat.
So was there like any kind of like crazy stories that like you happened like while you were at Nicholls so far that was just like you might have met with a player or something and they just did some crazy things or ended up and like you got to be a part of that experience and they just went on and to do bigger and better things?
I think not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
I think the story is still being written there. Right. But I will say, that football team that we had a couple years ago that ran the table in conference, that was a strong football team, mentally and physically. And that was special. That was very special to be a part of school history, because that was the first time that's been done at Nicholls. Now, ironically, when I was at the Division II, Midwestern State in Wichita Falls, Texas, we did the same thing. We ran the table in conference and created all this school history. And cool side story there, I was my brother's strength and conditioning coach.
Okay.
He played linebacker there. So that was a lot of fun.
Who's your brother? Shout him out.
Nick Bourgeois.
Nick Bourgeois.
Old Hoss.
He what he does these days.
So he's a postman by day and flies helicopters by night.
Really?
Yeah, so he's got his helicopter pilot license.
What? Man, hook this dude up with us, man. I'm always telling Austin, man, we need to get a pilot or something so we can start taking these trips to places. Go take a look. We got some business to do in Shreveport or something.
No, man, listen.
Better than a 3-hour drive.
For real, man. And I listen.
So he really does that, like for a living, like he does that for people, like for clients.
Well, he's still in there. He's looking at getting his next level of certification, which is instruments. And I never forget when he got his license, I was graduating, getting my PhD. And I don't know who was more excited for the other.
Did you fly with him yet?
Not yet. I told him he owes me.
Well, this is my thing. Only thing I am, though, I'd rather ride in a plane than a helicopter, just because, like, a helicopter's scary, dude.
It ain't, but it's not meant to fly.
No. That's crazy.
It's not meant to fly, and then also it's just like...
And look, if you've flown a lot of helicopters offshore, it's like, look, I'm not a fan.
No,
I got you.
I'm just saying, like, dude, an emergency situation, all right, we need to jump out. All right, bet you jump out, chopped up by blades. You know what I mean?
But I mean, look, that goes with everything maintenance-wise, but look at the thing that just happened in was it New York? I think the rotor just like came off like unexpectedly.
I rather that, and then I'm just.
What you mean you rather that?
I rather that. I rather.
No, that was the end, bro.
I rather
make it.
Hopefully they're so high. So then obviously, if we can have like a parachute or something in there.
Yeah.
Maybe have some type of chance.
Well, no, the planes do now.
Well, they don't. Yeah,
really?
but they don't even put parachutes in helicopters. I don't believe.
Really?
I
I
don't know
couldn't
if that's
tell
a
you.
thing.
I don't think
Man,
so.
they-
But the planes they do. That's awesome.
Nah.
Hey,
yeah,
you gotta. Hey, look, you gotta have some cojones to
What?
fly.
Oh
Always.
man, for what? And he was. I remember when he was studying for it, and he was showing me like just how things operate. And I'm just thinking on the outside looking in, you just got the little stick and you move. But he's like, no, you got to collect this, you got this, you got to move this, and this constant motion just to keep everything
level
and going.
That's wild.
On top of having to be on, the
Comms and
the
talking,
comms and talking,
making sure you're not about to
communicating
wreck with no
Yeah,
somebody.
shit, man, there's a lot going on.
But you gotta know the updraft, the wind, all this.
Oh,
Come on.
I mean, just for
Yes.
me to get my part 107 for like just drone stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to know how whenever a plane's coming into airport, how they come in, from which direction, how do they come in, and how they turn, like just how they act.
Yeah.
I had to know all of that stuff in order to pass that.
Oh yeah, it's heavy,
so
man.
it's
Some heavy stuff.
and it gets crazy. Like you have to know military routes, military places, like because like people don't realize this, but like the government owns so much land throughout just every single state, and there's so much government property that you just like really can't be flying over.
Yeah.
If you
Cool. Yeah.
they'll get you. They'll call.
I can imagine.
Oh yeah,
I
I
can imagine.
had somebody flying a drone one time. My friend, she does marketing for a big company out in Thibodeau, and she said she pulled out a drone, and it was like in one of those kind of like restricted areas. She said she had like 3 cops on her in like 10 minutes.
Damn.
Oh, look, if we don't when we do the crane stuff, if we don't notify the airport, like if we're working close to the airport with so many miles,
Yeah, we can't even get up. I tried it before. I couldn't even bring my.
look, we gotta
didn't even bring my
notify
drone.
the control tower
Really?
and tell them like, hey, look, we got a crane in the vicinity. We're at this height. Blah blah blah. Cause
Good
oh yeah.
gracious.
Especially in Ashland and stuff, they got those helicopters flying low.
Yeah.
And that was a time where I came out there for the job and I was videoing for Austin, and I was like, Austin, dude, I was like, straight up, man, I'm not flying a drone today. I was like, we got other footage of this trailer. I was like, we got buku trailer footage of drone. I was like, we got these helicopters. Like, I don't want to be responsible for the death of any helicopter pilot.
I know that's right.
Hey, well,
I
look, what's
feel
crazy was he was probably a good 100 feet above us, or probably a couple 100 feet above us, but it didn't even look like that much.
Right.
It looked literally probably
Yeah, like it was
50
close.
feet.
Yeah,
Right up
yeah,
on
yeah,
top of
yeah.
you.
Oh, it was wild.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So we didn't even fly that day, but I mean, we come across that, but nah, dude, that's cool.
Yeah. Nah, it is. I'm so proud of that guy, man. That's
Good
my
deal.
that's my
Yeah,
best friend.
He's your younger or you older?
Younger, by 8 years. By
Okay.
8 years.
Good.
Yes, indeed.
So y'all have a good relationship then, probably.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Heck
that
And
big brother.
I was growing up, man. We used to tangle like 2 alligators growing
Mm-hmm.
up, but then it just clicked, and I mean that's my best friend right there.
Awesome.
And yes, indeed.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Which is why it was cool for me to be his strength coach.
Yeah, no doubt.
And he had the opportunity when he found out he got signed, or he signed with Midwestern. He came to LSU and trained there with those guys that summer before going in. So that was a pretty special time too.
So
That is pretty cool.
that was kind of like he just kind of like stopped at the college level.
So this was coming out of high school.
Okay.
So coming out of high school, he was at. So he ended up before he went to reported to camp. There's that kind of that lull, and he decided, said, "Man, I'm at LSU, and I was there from January. Obviously, he couldn't go in January because he's still in school. But as soon as he got out, he came to Baton Rouge from Dallas, and we trained him. We trained, and he and I would both go to Coach Hatch afterwards. So he would train, he would run with the guys at LSU. He would lift with him too, but we would primarily go to Coach Hatch. I go to his weight room, and he would
pretty
train
cool,
both of us. Yeah, there. And you talk about kick your tail on the platform. Oh my goodness, Coach Hatch was something. Coach Moffitt he's on another level now.
That's kind of a cool thing too, because like, were you harder on your brother, being that he was like your brother and your family? Were you like trying to be harder on him than you were on somebody else?
No, and that's the thing. I think because he already understood.
Yeah, like he
But
already knew, like, oh,
but he
yeah,
knew he couldn't do
get away with stuff.
He wasn't slipping out.
Yeah.
He wasn't missing his time that he needed to be in that job.
Exactly, because he knew if he did, then now all eyes on him, and they're gonna be looking at me like, okay, how is he gonna treat his brother?
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I'll tell you, he did an excellent job. But it's just a testament to his character. Like,
Right.
he knew he knew the role, he knew the job.
Well, even speaking with you, you know, y'all was raised by good people too. You know what I mean? You were very well spoken. You know, you got your stuff going on. You know, you're a model character, I would say, in our community right now. You're helping out these kids. So I mean, y'all probably both came from really good places. So
no, definitely blessed, man. Definitely blessed.
So what was like your motivation and like your final move to say, I want to be here in South Louisiana? Like, just like, cause like,
man,
I know you've been saying that, like you was ready to get back chasing here. You want to get back here.
Yeah. No, just the mere fact that, you know, my roots are here. My heart is here.
And them crawfish prices be hitting different in Mississippi.
Texas. Talk about Texas.
Dude,
Mississippi be a little bit better than
Texas is even. I went in Houston too.
Yes.
Oh, what you pay like $3.99 or something, like a pound? Like balled over
Yeah,
here.
no, I want to say like 6 or 7.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Balled over here. Over there, you're paying like $7, $8, almost $9 a pound. And they little, yeah, they ain't no, they ain't no spillway crawfish. Ain't no spillway crawfish.
Yeah.
And people laugh though, because like not a lot of people understand what the spillway is, but like the spillway is like literally the spot in Louisiana where you pull the biggest, best, nicest oh yeah.
Yes,
and
indeed.
if you getting spillway crawfish, you're
doing all right.
You're doing all right.
Yes, indeed, man.
Right.
So it's a mixture of all of that, you know, just growing up in the culture, and you know, roots being here. And I often look back and think, like, of all places to me getting back into strength and conditioning is South Louisiana.
You know what I always say about this area? It's crazy because, like, you go to these other areas, you never meet a stranger down here.
Come on. No.
You know what I'm saying? You never meet a stranger.
You click.
Well, I mean, look, everybody, like, it don't matter. You could talk to somebody on the street. Like,
yes.
I think it's just a general understanding, like I was kind of telling you earlier, I said it before the podcast. If I was in Texas or if I was in Florida or whatever, you know, I probably would be a millionaire by now. Just the amount of business and the amount of opportunity. And then, you know, working down here, everybody has another cousin or another brother who can do the same thing just for a cheaper price, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like that. I see the benefits and all, but the benefits that I see with working in South Louisiana is, one, the amount of opportunity, and also the things that we're in. There's really no competition, man. There's not, especially if you go out there and you work your hardest for it, and you put it to your fullest, you're gonna succeed. And then people all down here have the same mentality. So like, you can't go to New York, and I can't go to a person in New York and talk to them how I'm talking with you right now.
I just came from for spring break to go see Denzel in Othello, and I'm walking down the street, you know, and
it's different.
They're looking at me like I'm crazy, and I'm like, man, this a different world.
You just can't, like, it's like, and I'm like, you want to tell somebody hello or whatever, and like Austin said the other day, is like, why are you telling me hello? Like, man, we just.
Well, no, you know what's funny? Like, I experienced this firsthand. So, like you said, in New York, I kind of, you know, we got these little sayings that we do in here, like, what's up, man? Or how's it going? And dude looked at me like, well, I mean, I don't know, what's up? Like, whoa, bro. I said, look, I'm like, no, I meant like, hey, how are you doing? Like, I'm not trying to fight you.
Right.
No, but he was like, oh, like, he like,
you got something wrong? You got a problem?
Yeah. Like, you gotta be cross-eyed. I'm like, whoa, guy.
Yeah, no, it's a different world for sure, man. And, you know, and that's the thing, too, is good people.
That's what I
here.
say,
And it's more about community. It's more about, you know, helping each other out, no matter what.
Building relationships.
Yeah, that's all, man. And that's the spice of life. That's what makes life enjoyable. It's that communal.
Well, that's why I always try to tell people, everybody wants to be, you know, they want to start their own thing, or they want to be this. My name of my company is Lone Wolf Marketing, right?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be this lone wolf, this person that can do it all themselves and make the money and all. But that's what I try. Gotta have a team, dude. You have to have a team.
You got to.
Like, and I've been, so our other our other main host who's been doing episodes with us, he's actually not here right now because he's actually in Texas. He's actually filming like a Kobe. I hope I'm not messing nothing up, but he's filming this episode. He go till a while anyway, but he's filming. I secretly lived in a trampoline park, and this kid got like 200,000 followers on YouTube, 200,000 followers on TikTok. You know, he's on the up and coming. So it's just like, you see all these kids and all, and then I'm trying to teach them right now, and he's trying to do everything himself, hire like a few contract workers here and there. And I'm like, look, bro, you want to go to the next level, you want to be next, you want to have 1 million followers, you want to start getting, he's already doing millions of views on his content, right? He's doing better than some of these content creators that got millions of followers. When I'm just like, look around, dude. I was like, you think we would have this success that we're doing now if I wouldn't have a team? I wouldn't be able to do anything that I'm doing if I wouldn't have a team.
Right.
With his company, he wouldn't be able to do the things if he wouldn't have a team. A solid team that actually cares, though, and cares about what they're doing, and it's hard to find that these days.
It is. It is, because it is so much about self. It's about me. Let me get me. But it's like, if we work together, you can get you.
You're going to get you. You would get you way harder, way faster.
Yes.
If you just realize, like, let's collaborate. Let's make these things happen together, because at the end of the day, I might have something right, but then I might have something wrong, and then you might have something right, and you might have something, and then if we combine and put our heads together, then shit, we got 2 things that's right, and we just X'd out the things that was wrong.
Well, look, the biggest thing too, like you said, it's all about the personality and the way you approach something. Because look, you're gonna get better feedback from your players and everybody that's on your team by having a good, I'm not saying you can't. Yeah, like you got to be stern or whatever and have that that coaching aspect, but it's all about respect.
Yeah, that's it.
You show them that love and respect,
yes,
and it's gonna be returned back to you.
Oh man, without question, and that's the thing that I've learned, just right out the bat, and I guess it was kind of innate, is that I'm just built to. I'm going to first show you respect. I'm going to first show you.
I feel that vibe off you. Like I feel like you're very approachable, and like it's like you're not intimidating to just walk up to and be like, "Hey, problem."
Because if that's the problem, there's something wrong with me.
Yeah,
I want to be that guy where I don't care who you are. Like I'm going to treat you, whether you're, a walk on, don't nobody know your name, or you're like just 5-star, whatever, been doing all these school records and things. I'm gonna treat everybody the same.
Well, look, they got to give a coaching like a stigma to a stigma of like, hey, drop and give me 40. Like, you're gonna do this if you don't like, but that's kind of what you think of a coach. Like, you see all the football ones on NFL, like they're yelling and throwing stuff and whatnot. But it's I'm sure some of that happens. I'm sure you got to be like that. But
then there comes a point to where there's so much respect, and love that they're like, damn, I'm not gonna even do that.
Yeah. Also, I think there comes a point too where these kids realize like, hey, this dude's trying to help me and trying to better me, and I need to take that advice and run with it. And even if they don't understand it now, like how Coach Schillings was saying last time on the podcast, they're gonna understand it once they mature.
Oh, without
5 to 10 years.
Well,
later.
did you mention it last time? It's almost like you're with these kids, and not so much kids, but younger adults, but more than sometimes their parents.
Yeah.
Or more than sometimes
seriously.
Their
Yeah, and that's why I always start off wherever I go into a new environment. I always say first, I'm a servant. I'm here to serve you.
Right.
That's why I'm here. It's not a selfish thing. Even though, I've definitely devoted a lot of actual lifetime to this thing. I'm here. I've done all that to serve you.
Right. Well, it's your passion.
Yes.
And that's why you wake up every day and you're happy to do it.
And even if, there's something that has to be said or something that has to be done that they don't like, I often say, hate me now, thank me later. Hate me now, thank me later.
I just found it hard to even do it just because, like, every time I met you so far and every time you came, like, you just radiate positivity.
Oh, man.
And you just bow whatever. Like, look, we had him when he came in here. He was probably, what the hell are these kids doing to me right now? Like, what are they getting right now?
Yeah.
And then we ended up, you saw the video.
Man. Yeah, man. And good
right.
stuff. I could listen, when I pulled up, I was like, and Caroline was like, I promise you're in the right location. I was like, oh, look, they're going to have me outside on the crane with a shovel.
Yeah, like, no, that's it. Hey, look. Coach Schilling said the same thing. He's like, man, I pull up. I'm like, where are we doing the podcast? This is a crane company. It's like, it's the Stevens. Like,
nah. But I'm never scared, man. I'm always willing to just help. Like the mere fact, Caroline was like, can you help us? Got you. Don't know what I'm getting into, but I trust you and I got you.
Well, that's like one of the things that we want to touch on. We want to be able to throw this out there and give Nicholls this platform to, hope we have a lot of younger age people watching us. Our audience ranges from anywhere from like, I think it's 16-year-olds to pretty much 35, like somewhere in that age. So it's like we hit all of that range where, if they have some potential kids who's looking to come into a college,
Yeah. Yeah.
hey, check out Nicholls. Look what they got going on.
No, definitely. I think just the intimacy of the campus. It's a large school, so to speak, from a university perspective, particularly in this region. But there's also a communal aspect there.
That's what I loved about it was like, I was able to go there and I had that one-on-one aspect with the teachers. They were able to give me that, and I know that's probably a big benefit with a lot of these student athletes.
Yes.
That they're caught up in so much time playing these sports and all, but then they also have the accessibility to go to these teachers and be like, hey, look, this is what I need help with or whatever.
Yeah.
Because like you're only in classes of. And look, don't take nothing away from Nicholls because Nicholls is a great school. Like we talked about, one of the top 3 schools in nursing in the state, in the country. Business program I think is one of the best. The MBA program is one of the best.
Yes.
So we have like these very, very highly accredited programs in our school.
Culinary Institute.
Dude, I forget about the
Yeah, John Foss, man.
Dude, the John Foss Academy. That's like. I don't think you can't find another culinary school that's gonna be
nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
Nothing like
And I don't care what nobody says, man. At the end of the day, talk about Italian, talk about whatever kind of food you want. Cajun food from New Orleans is the best cultured, taste-wise, everything. There's anybody that even visits. Think about it. Why you go to all these tourist attractions and there's always this New Orleans cultured cuisine type of restaurant.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is the best food in the world. And these kids that come to this John Foss Academy, they produce some of the, that's a very slept on thing that people don't know about. They host a dinner. What is it? Every
year.
No. It's more.
Are you talking about the events, like the little
where they cook,
the nights?
Yeah,
where
the
they do
nights.
different,
It's like once every. Is it bi-weekly or something, or is it once a week or something?
For the season. There's a portion in the year
where they do it.
Because I attended my first one.
Yeah,
no, it's pretty awesome.
And one of my throwers was the lead chef that night, and it was shout out to Mary, Chef Mary. She throws discus and shot for us. And matter of fact, she's preparing to go to France for an internship to learn, get more culinary experience. But you talk about an absolute treat. It's a 4-course meal that'll blow your mind. And the cool thing about it is that those students are put in a situation where they have to be in every position in that restaurant setting. So they have to be the waiter or waitress. They have to be receptionists. They have to be the head chef. They got to be the cook.
Yeah,
it's like the Gordon Ramsay. What is it?
It's don't even bring them down. Nothing against Gordon Ramsay, but like this is a whole other level.
What I mean. What's the show that they do?
But this is like these kids.
No, that's awesome.
Honestly,
it's big,
just being real, like no hate against Gordon Ramsay, and let's clip this. Some of these kids probably cook better than Gordon Ramsay, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Like just.
Oh yes.
Like I'm telling you, dude, these kids have talent, and I mean, I know one of the kids actually graduated. He went off to New York. He lived in New York for a while. Did his thing. Then he went to France for a little while too. Did the culinary thing, kind of like how you talking about your girl, and he came back, and now he's the head chef at one of the best fine dining restaurant in Thibodeau, basically.
Yes.
And it's just the things they come up with, man. Like I had this crab, it's like a crab cheese dip, but it was just
it was on another level.
It was on another level, and it's just like the things that they do to incorporate it. I don't know, man.
And it's like a science when you listen to them talk. Because I picked Mary's brain about just a lot. Because she's in the kitchen, she's learning about it, and it's a science. She's like, well, you want to take this and match that with this because this blends good, but don't do too much of that because then now you're going to overshadow one. But and I'm like, dang, I'm just thinking, just kind of.
Yeah, that's how I cook. Look, I go by taste, so like.
It's.
Hey, but he can whip up some fire stuff.
Oh yeah, that's how it goes.
The pastalized and jambalaya and spaghettis and stuff.
That's what I say. Just don't discredit down the bite. You know,
get Austin on the pot. I'm actually mad at him because he hasn't cooked in a while. I keep on telling him, I'm like, Austin, dude, I'm like, come on, bro, it's Friday, man, get a pot out. What's up?
But we might have to do that soon.
And that's the thing about down here too. Everybody knows how to cook. Good gracious, and a lot of the athletes because that's my perspective. They come from, California or Mississippi and, Ohio, these different places, Florida.
Different.
And they're like, wait, can they cook? No, everybody down here can cook. Like, don't even worry about it. If they say they're cooking, go there. Get there.
Yeah.
Get your 2 plates.
And one to go, huh?
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So when you
talk towards your mic.
Oh, my bad. So when you start your day, like general, let's take it because this was kind of interests me. Since
I'm gonna have to take our or what is it like our
what's your break?
Our regular podcast. It happens every episode.
No, it's all good, man.
No, so I guess basically my question would be, I know you got to break up your time between all these different sports.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like see all these different sport? Are you schedule different times of the week, or is it all like each day you're traveling to different aspects of Nicholls?
Well, it depends.
Or they come to you, or is it kind of like
they come to me.
Okay.
So basically, what we do in the beginning of the year, we set a schedule.
Okay.
So we schedule everybody in the Google Calendar. That way we make sure everybody has their slot for training.
So it's pretty much individualized by the students, or you doing it as a team aspect?
As a team aspect.
Okay.
So
I didn't know if they,
or just they kind of flow through. Now you got some students that have class conflicts. They can't lift with their team or their squad, so they'll come in on
like a one-on-one type of.
Yes, yeah. We do have that going on, and that's the thing. We live and die by the calendar because, of the I think it's 17 or some odd sports. It's only 3 strength coaches. And so we have to be very efficient.
Now, the other 3 strength coaches, they do the same sports? Or
so the other 2, so we have one guy, Bryce Thompson. He does baseball, softball, and soccer.
Okay.
And those are men's and women's and things like that.
Yeah.
And then you have Jordy Champon. He is in Stouffer, so he basically handles all of the court-based sports. So he does basketball, volleyball,
That's cool.
and things like that. Yeah, so we do a good job, man. And we have to be very efficient and on point because the one thing goes out of, as you know, you're a businessman, one thing goes out, it can go haywire. Yeah. They typically come to us, and we travel with them too. There's some sports that we travel with. So the 3 of us have one main sport.
Gotcha.
And we travel with that main sport. So I travel with football.
Okay.
Bryce travels with baseball, and then Jordy travels with basketball. Now, what happens is there is some nuances, so I'm getting ready to go, and it's a treat, and I love it every year. I travel with track and field, and I go with them to the outdoor championship. So we're headed to Rice, and I think that's next weekend. Yeah, so that's gonna be fun to see them compete because I never get to really see them compete, and that's kind of my treat. We're in a weight room in the dungeon, as we say.
You lifting with them too, or no?
Because I got to be locked in and focused.
Yeah, so
now,
you got to kind of
Yeah, now if there's ever like any situation where it's like 1-on-1 or we got maybe 2.
Like, come on, coach, we'll see what you got.
Oh yeah, now they do that all the time.
Oh yeah, they want to try to test you.
Especially football. There's no.
I bet it's basically a pissing match. Who can lift the most?
Exactly. Yes, because then I'm always pushing them, and I'm telling them, you can go ahead. You do it, coach. And then sometimes you got to show them. And sometimes I know you got it. You got it. But it's a lot of fun to do. Now, there was one in particular, Colin Guggenheim, hell of an athlete, but an even better human being. Matter of fact, he was our running back. Now he's a coach. He's a running backs, tight ends coach there now.
Oh, so he done went through everything and he came back? That's awesome.
Yeah. Now, with him, he was in a special case because of class scheduling. So he would have to lift early in the morning. And there were many instances I lifted with him. And matter of fact, we were laughing about it with a recruit just this past week, how I ran his last PTH with him. So PTH is stands for Protect the House. And you basically do stadium runs. You run John L. Gidger Stadium from Indiana.
I tried that one time when we had obviously in high school PE and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we did they would get us to man.
Oh man.
Look, hey, I'm not cut out for that. Look,
me neither.
I was like, oh man, that's wild.
Hey, because listen, it was he and I, and there was another athlete. Can't remember quite who it was right now, but he was like, "You gonna do that?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" And he's like, "You sure?" And I was like, "No, but let's get it." And by the time he beat me by like 80 yards. Like he was done, caught his breath, and I'm still trying to finish the deal. But it's one of those deals where I never want to have an individual exposed to something that I've never been exposed to.
Right.
So I'd probably say 98% of the things that I prescribe as a strength coach,
Yeah, you
I've
done tried it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I know how
you testing the waters for them.
Yes, yeah. So now I know.
That's cool though, because look, and that's kind of the way I look at things. Like, look, I don't put my guys out in the field without me actually participating with them.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's some things I can't go or be a part of, and that's almost kind of, you know, I kind of let them experience that on their own, just so that they don't always have to have me there.
Right.
But on the same aspect, they know if we got a late night and we know we got to get something done, I'm there with them.
Yeah. It means a much. It means a lot.
Shoot, we was here on Sunday. I was out there taking off, rigging up the crane and directing traffic with Austin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of a crazy story.
And he actually, I'm gonna give him his flowers for it because he's probably not gonna say it, but he actually did the lady a favor and he did it for free. And she was blessed by God that she went where she wrecked. Like,
well, look, she came in front of the shop. This was a Sunday afternoon. She was passing in front of the shop right here,
and we just happened to all be coming here on Sunday.
Yeah, like look, I don't
stuff.
normally come on Sundays.
Me
Okay?
neither.
Well, I had to come do something. And I don't remember what it was, but anyway,
it was something for the TheWolfDen or something.
Yeah, I came up here. I went back downstairs. I go to walk outside. And I'm looking through the window, and I see this random cargo trailer, just not even attached to a truck. It's just on the road, and it's just like coming down the road fast, and it just boom into the ditch across the street.
Come on.
So I'm like, man, that is wild.
Yeah.
I said, oh man. So I like run across the street, you know, open up. Like, okay, where's this lady at? Well, she like turns down the street and she comes back up and she's like, hey, I don't know what happened. I was like, I know what happened. The trailer come off the hitch. Yeah, like I saw what happened. She's like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? She's like, do I need to call the cops? I'm like, I wouldn't. I said, look, if you want a ticket, I mean, look, it didn't hit nobody, so I mean, I wouldn't call the cops. I said, look. She's like, well, I don't know what to do. My husband's offshore. Blah blah blah. I'm like, look. I said, let me make a phone call. So I called a couple of my operators. Matter of fact, he happened to be on the phone with me. I said, look, just come to the shop. So he came to the shop. He helped us, you know, stop traffic and all this. Well, look, we got her. But look, we rigged up a crane in the middle of the road, shut the lanes down, and we picked her trailer up, put it back on, and hooked her up. And
then, like,
man, that's big time.
Look,
it was wild.
A random Sunday.
Sunday. But like, look, he does a job like this, and somebody calls him to do something like that. $3,000 in his pocket right there. So just like,
man,
for
that's
him to do that,
yeah,
and then just, you know what I mean? Like, and at the end of the day, it's stuff like that though, where we talk about where just doing things that, like, we wasn't looking for nothing.
Look, you put enough good on the world, it's gonna come back to you.
And he was, and look,
Yes,
check
sir.
it out.
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
tell you something crazy. He wasn't looking to get nothing out of it, but I happen to be here. I'm his marketing manager. I control his marketing, so you know I'm out here. I'm walking up to the lady like, hey, make sure that you shout him out on Facebook. Make sure that you make sure you give him some props for this because he's not gonna sit here and tell you he's gonna do it all for free and all, but like at the end of the day, like, you know, give him a little bit of
reciprocation.
Yeah, give him a little. Well, it turns out the lady ends up like doing or having like a cousin or something like that who works for GIS. Austin already does work for GIS, so like that's just like we were just like, man, hopefully.
Nah, it was cool, man. She shouted out.
She'll give him a good word towards them. Like,
look, she
hey,
shouted us out on
good.
Facebook, tagged the company, and you know, people were, you know, giving the. But look, you know, and that's what I was telling them, and I was just telling people when I was telling the story. I said, you know, I don't look for. You know, I don't need the pat on the back. I don't need all that. I just, look, this lady was in a bind. She really was.
Yeah.
Like, her husband was offshore. She had nobody. Like, look, if they'd have called the cops, they'd have had to get a record, and they'd have probably tore her trailer up.
They would have tore it up.
I mean, because, look, she had nothing but lawn equipment in it. It was like 2 big tractors.
And it was dug.
Oh, yeah.
It was dug into the ditch and stuff. Like, the tow truck would have pulled her out. It would have ripped up all her axles and stuff underneath it. It would have been a bad
And look,
situation.
just a funny story. We go to hook up the spreader bars and the rigging to the trailer, and one of my guys is like right by the trailer, and all of a sudden he looks down, he's like, oh man, there's like an alligator right here.
Yeah.
There was an alligator right there. Like, we were like, what? What is like going on? As we go South Louisiana,
That's all.
it's just an alligator where the trailer's wrecked. I'm like, what?
And then me and my other buddy that I had, actually Kobe, that was here too. He was here. We would come and like do some videos and stuff. And I'm like, Kobe, get on the trailer. And so he parkours up, hops on the trailer. I'm like, you want me to run around? I'll catch him real quick. And like, we try to like make like a cool little video or something out of it. Just give whatever we can. Dude, hustles nonstop.
Yeah.
Oh look! By the
that's
time we left here, I was full of mud.
Yeah.
But look, hey, it was a cool little thing because like she was very appreciative and just, man, I felt bad because I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean, look, I know if I was in a bond like that, I'm stuck on the road, I want somebody to stop
Help
and
me
say,
out.
hey, give me a hand. You know, because I mean, look, if I would have been here on Sunday, I don't know what would have happened.
Right.
It'd probably still be there the next one by the time I
Probably,
came back Monday.
Yeah.
So definitely stuff like that, crazy stuff.
That's indeed.
So where you see yourself right now? I know that we're probably coming up like right around an hour, so we still got some time to talk. But where do you see yourself right now? And continuing with you at Nicholls, do you plan on staying here or like what's going on?
I think I still have some work to do here at Nicholls because Nicholls has been good to me. It has its challenges, it has its downs and its rounds and rounds. But like I tell the athletes, like when you really look at a roller coaster, the fun is going down.
It really is.
So the challenge of life is when life pulls you down. Try to find that silver lining.
Well, what I always tell people, and I have multiple conversations with multiple people that I consult with and just talk with and all, and I'm just like, I rather have a big problem and somebody say, hey, what can we do to fix this, rather than, it's the small things that get me. I'll start blowing up. Man, what's going on? Why?
Yeah.
But then, like, if it's a big problem, though, like, all right, what are we going to do to combat this, and what are we going to do to fix this? And that's actually where I kind of find the love of it is, give me that problem. Let's show these people this is how we got to fix it. Let's show them how we're going to overcome this.
But yeah, and we can. We come together as a team.
So let me ask you this: your next steps, like he was mentioning, is it, I guess, for your field of work? Because you get mixed things. Like, you see some of these coaches and, like, they love the whole college aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Would your direction want to be, like, and not to say, look, I mean, not to say you're not happy with Nicholls or anything like that. That's not what I mean. I'm just saying, would you rather go to a bigger college, or would you try, like, not rather, but, like, is the goal to play?
Is there.
Yeah. Like, either that, or would you try to go to, like, the professional, like,
I think, I see where you're at. Now, my heart is in college, college level, university level.
That's what I was about to say. I started thinking it's like the differentiation of
it's a big one.
Yeah, because it's like, I don't know, I guess somebody more like you, I think you care more about the passion of it and helping these kids and succeeding to the next level more than you care about, if I go to this bigger college or I go to this bigger whatever, I'm going to get a way bigger paycheck.
Yeah. Like, and I think the aspiration, to answer the question is to go to the next level.
Right. It's always aspirations to go to the next level, right? And not to hate on nobody's level or nothing that anybody got going on, right? It's always, you always want to.
But as a dream, there's always
a dream. Yeah, there's always a ladder to climb,
No, for real. And,
I'm sorry, not even to cut you, but that's where we kind of trying to come in with Nicholls and, take Nicholls up and, create a new ladder for Nicholls.
Yes. That's why this is exciting, because this is one thing that we have been missing, for sure. We were talking like the last time, like I'm the worst when it comes to, social media and things like that. I don't even remember my username or password, get on there sometimes. Yeah. And I remember like my coaches, I would put that responsibility on them. Like, you guys are savvy with this thing. I know we need it, and I know it's important. So let's do it, which is why when Caroline was like, can you help us? Like, I know this is important. Exposure is everything.
And shout out Caroline and Thomas. So they're going to be coming on the podcast. We actually got an episode planned for them soon. But for the people that don't know, we mentioned their names. They're Caroline and Thomas. They're kind of like the behind the scenes right now for Nicholls Athletics and making all of this possible. And they found me. They made the connection with me. They also touching bases with all the coaches, and they make sure everything. So like, I'm sorry, and then I forgot one, Jalen. Also, can't forget about Jalen. Can't forget about him. But literally, because he's gonna be on with us too.
Okay.
But literally, them three. I mean, they have been. Nicholls needs to be. Nicholls needs to be appreciative of that. They honestly are a power. They're power. They're a power team.
3-man team, and they do so much, and it's all behind the scenes.
You would never know.
Never know. And
they don't act like it. They, you know what I mean? They so cool. Like, we were filming the Nicholls baseball game, the last game for the LSU one.
Yeah.
And me, Caroline, Thomas, we were just, hanging out, talking upstairs in the booth. And I mean, dude, it was just we're just joking, having a good
That's
time.
them. Yeah, that's them, man. That's them. So, Nicholls is a special place. I'm really liking, the direction where things are going. Particularly, I'm tell you guys this. I'm having a lot of fun with the new football coach, Coach Rybacky.
Okay. I haven't heard anything really much about him yet.
Oh man, if there's, I guess, 2 words now, because the first word is thorough.
Well, he's the guy that they pulled from LSU.
No, he's the guy he was the defensive coordinator under Coach Rebo.
Oh, he was at Nicholls before, and
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of a different sport right now that they pulled another coach.
Gotcha.
What did they pull? Was it the baseball team that they pulled another coach
Yes,
from?
yes.
That's what it was. Okay,
Yes.
so
So yeah.
so they gave him basically like a just kind of like, hey, kind of well, actually, I heard this story already. Coach Rebo kind of let him know that these things were in the work a while back, right?
Really? Probably.
We just kind of like let him know, like, hey, we got some things going on, like it'll be worth it for you to stay.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Like that type of deal.
Like,
Can't like stay.
Yeah.
You know, what I
And
mean?
I can see, because when you talk about a defensive genius, like I remember multiple times being on the sideline, and this guy would be like, before the snap, it was pre-snap, he would call the play. Before he broke the huddle, he would be like, this is what they're going to run. And they ran that play.
That's crazy.
He's
You almost have that insight.
Oh, man, listen, talk about intuition like none other. And when I tell you, as a head coach, he is so thorough. I mean, there's no I that's not dotted, no T that's not crossed. P's and Q's are in place.
Awesome.
He has the foresight to see, okay, these are going to be where the bottlenecks are going to be. This is where the chokeholds are going to be. And he's very upfront, very forward thinking with a lot of things. Just elite. And the next word I would say is elite. And the biggest thing too is that he makes it fun. The job is fun. The challenge is there. The standard is there for both coaches and athletes. But it's fun. Like it's a good thing. I'm excited too about this upcoming.
No, I mean it's
summer and season.
It's an exciting thing. I mean, especially when everything's growing and you're watching it in front of your eyes.
Yes.
And it comes quick too, because like you don't fast, and then like with me in my experience, sometimes I need to take a step back and be like, look at where we come, because I'm so hard. Dude, you can ask Austin; he'll be the first to tell you I'm so hard on my people, dude. I am. I'm hard on my people. I'm hard on myself. Everything has to be perfect. If it's not perfect, I'm probably throwing a tantrum. You know what I mean? It's just because I take pride in what we do.
Right.
And if we're not putting things out to our fullest and to our best, then it's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. No, I totally agree. And that's one of those deals where, individuals that operate on a high level, like the standard is going to be the standard. And there's just a demand there. Mm-hmm. And like, you can't knock that demand if you want to be great yourself. You can't knock that.
Right.
You got to just fall in line and okay, let me strive and grow.
Well, I'm not trying to bring too much up about Coach Schillings whenever he was here. But he even mentioned the same thing, and he was just like, look, you might not understand what I'm doing now. Like, and I even said it a while ago, like, you're not going to understand what we're doing now. You're not going to understand my process and how I'm thinking right now, but trust me. And if you trust me and you do what I say and you enact it, I promise you'll see the benefits that come out of it.
Well, it's kind of like what you just said a little while ago with that player that came back and now he's working alongside with you. I mean, that's kind of the rewarding aspect.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look, my wife always comes home. She's a teacher, so she always comes home and, like, we'll be out and about, and she's like, hey, look at that kid over there. I taught him. Like, look what he's like. Like, they're all grown, and it's like doing their things out in the world. And
yes.
That's kind of like
special.
Well, it is, because you were a part of that person's life and molding them into what they're doing today.
And they'll never forget either.
That's crazy.
You see some of these men, I'll say, that make it to like these higher up beginnings and stuff, and then you see some of these interactions like with their homeschool coach or whatever, and it's just like, I always knew you'd be something great, and like, thanks for always believing in me. Like, it's always genuine. So it's like you really do see that and how much of an impact people and the coaches have on these kids, especially the kids. I'm not trying to get to like a sad level or anything or like that, but like some of these kids don't have those role models in their life, and they don't have these people to put him in the right direction. So I think that's a blessing for a
Oh
lot.
man, listen, I hit the floor face first every morning and thank the good Lord that this is my job. Again, a shepherd.
Yeah.
A shepherd for sheep,
Yeah.
and it's a awesome responsibility, one that I don't take lightly, even as an instructor. Like this is their education.
Oh, so you teach too at Nicholls?
Yeah.
What do you teach?
Yeah. So right now in the spring semester, I teach coaching for team sports.
Okay.
It's an online class.
Is that something to do with the because I'm pretty sure they got rid of that program. That's not nothing to do with like they had like a
It's
is a
HPED.
physical.
It's a form of it's HPED.
Yeah, okay. So, but you know which one I'm talking about that they just got rid of? That
Yeah.
a lot of people are actually upset that they got rid of it.
Yeah, that was
What-
one with the athletic training.
Yeah, yes, the athletic training. Yeah,
yeah.
why? What was the deal?
I have no idea.
I thought that
I
I
know
thought a
there's
lot of
a-
people. I was actually interested. I was actually going.
It's a demand. The demand is there. I just think that as far as human capital, like teachers and instructors to be able to do
that.
that and the other workload, I don't know. It's above my pay grade and perspective.
Yeah.
That's what I think. But the demand is there for sure.
Yeah.
So
But at least they started putting in some of these other things. That
yeah,
you could do,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. So
I
that
forget what the name of exactly is. It's not like physical therapist or something, but it's like something with an A. I want to say like affiliated or something, or I don't know. I can't think of it.
yeah.
I can't think of it.
I gotcha. So yeah, that's the one I teach now. In the fall, I have my in-person class, and that's the one I really love.
How many classes you teach of that?
Just one a semester.
Oh, one a
and that's
semester.
all I can handle.
Okay.
If,
Yeah, I was about to
if
say,
I had more,
That'd become a lot.
because I'm almost tipping the boat
So how
right
many
now.
how many people you normally get signed up a semester?
It'll be about 20, maybe
Okay.
25. And that one in the fall, that's my baby.
Yeah, what was the one in the fall?
I love that one. That's it's sports conditioning. So
Okay.
basically, it's kind of like the science behind
That's online also. Or
what
is
we
it
do
actually
now. This
class?
is in person.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and
Did
it's very it's objective. So the subjective stuff I can't, because it's how you interpret things. You know, coaching is like this thing that is a one size fits all.
Correct.
From a coaching standpoint or from coaching an athlete standpoint. Athletes are different too. You might have to coach you differently than I coach you from.
That's why I was kind of getting back at like some kids come from this,
Yeah.
from a struggling place. Some kids come from a spoiled place.
Yeah.
So I mean, the kids that come from a spoiled place, you might need who you think you are,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
why you think you like your
Yeah,
stuff
kind of
don't
more of a
stink.
give
Why-
them a respect,
well,
reality
yeah,
check.
yeah, like a reality check,
bring
like-
it back down to earth.
Yeah, like okay, cool, you made some cool passes and stuff in
All
high
right.
school, whatever, but
Right.
like now you're on a different level.
Yeah.
So how
Yeah.
you can perform at this level? Let's say that.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Yeah, but that class in the fall is objective. Like we're in there talking about Newtonian physics and things like that, and how to. But the beautiful thing about the course is, and I'm still working on evolving the coursework, is how to make it more practical. So
Well, yeah, because just science is getting better and better over the years. So like, aren't they constantly updating things like in that general aspect or no?
No, they are. Like, and that's the thing. Like the crazy thing, having been exposed to that stuff at a high level research, meaning that stuff at a high level, is that there's such a lag when research, because we might do a study today. About the time the paper gets published, it may be 2027. And so there's this tremendous lag between what we know, but what does practice actually know?
That's crazy.
And it is. And one way that you kind of do, there's always going to be these foundational truths when it comes to strength and conditioning, science, or anything like that, that you can just rest your hat on.
Right.
There, and that's kind of where we go. So after probably about week 3 or 4 in the classroom, I take them back to the weight room, and we have class in the weight room.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and because that's what they want. Like they're what I've learned is that they get enough of in the classroom and learning about this and theory, and it's okay. Let's put some of this theory to work.
Yeah.
Let's touch a
Hands-on
barbell.
experience.
Yeah, let's touch a barbell, or let's work through this testing procedure, or whatever it may be. You ever seen timing lasers before? Okay, good. Let's play with them.
Timing lasers?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like whenever
Like when to run a 40.
Yeah.
Let's play with them.
Dude, that's cool,
because we do
actually.
have these things.
I never got to play with a timing laser.
Well, come on up, man.
Dude, what? I guess so. What? I'm actually also I believe too, we're gonna be at the Manning Passing Academy.
Oh yeah. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Good.
So
Well, I'll definitely be there.
Yeah, we're gonna be
Yes,
over there.
indeed.
So that's gonna be cool to see.
Yeah.
We actually got invited like to check out like I think it's gonna be Eli and Archie and
Is it the Friday night lights?
Yeah. So you got that same invitation or whatever from Thomas and Caroline and all?
When I'm there.
Yeah, you're there. You're
'cause we
obviously
have summer
part of it.
training.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
got
yeah.
training. And I'm not necessarily part of it. I just come in and just show support because our guys out there running routes for the quarterbacks.
Oh, that's cool.
And so I go out to support them.
Right. And that's actually a cool experience for the
No,
guys.
it is.
And then the fact that we do that at Nicholls, man.
Oh yes, it's a jewel, man.
Dude, it's a jewel.
It's an absolute jewel.
And then why is it remind me? Is it because is the dad's Neil?
I couldn't tell you.
I can't. No, it's not.
Oh, the dad.
The dad. What's the dad's
Oh,
name?
Archie.
Is
Archie.
the dad's Archie?
Archie.
Yeah,
man.
I thought Archie was
Archie.
one of the brothers for some reason.
No.
Nah,
Okay,
Archie.
so Archie, yeah, he's the one who actually started it, right?
Yes.
So is he like from this area, or did he have something involved with this area that
I want to say he's from New Orleans.
Okay,
I want to say they're from
and
New Orleans.
just Nicholls just happened to be the thing.
Yeah, and I just think because of the location, again, I don't know, but I think it's because of the location. You have everything you need. You have the land.
It's so cool that just have all these huge.
Come on now. Then they have the lineman camp just before that, where this thing is nationally known, where you have offensive and defensive linemen from high schools from everywhere, but you have the coaches that come from every level, high school, college, professional. You have NFL legends that come in.
I'm guessing they probably have recruiters that sneak in and probably try to come and see some of these kids. Too,
Well,
huh?
maybe. I don't know, man. You know, I go out just to support and just to help. But I mean, it's a special thing to see too. I mean, they're out in the hot sun. They have full gear on, and you see them working technique and getting coached hard. And
then they got these kids that's watching them on the sidelines.
Yeah.
That's seeing watching what's going on. And
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
this is how this goes. And
no.
they kind of get a new appreciation for it.
No, for sure. And that's kind of my favorite group too.
Our guys actually putting it up. So he said the camp was originally founded in 1996 by Archie Manning at Tulane University and has also been held at Southeastern Louisiana University. In 2005, the camp moved to the campus of Nicholls State University, and they've been there since 2005. So I think they found their happy place.
Come
huh?
on now, I'm
Come
telling
on,
you.
man.
Listen, you know the new
Shout out Nicholls, man. Shout out Nicholls.
Yeah,
That's a
man.
clip of time.
Nah, seriously, it's a special place, and it's an exciting time too, because you get people from all over just ascending in Thibodeau, and you know they say the population of Thibodeau like doubles or triples. Or
Oh, it
something.
does.
When these
Dude,
things get-
you should see. So I do a lot of marketing for a lot of different companies and stuff out here, right?
Mhm.
Obviously, I do marketing for like the hottest bar in Thibodeau, it's Roxas.
Yeah.
I don't do their marketing, but I do like some video work. I work with the guy who owns it, right? I
Right
do
on.
some stuff here and there for him. And dude, during these passing camps, dude, the bars are packed.
Oh man, I heard.
You can't move short. Like I remember I had to get on. The only reason I was able to do anything, I worked that whole night, the last one behind the bar.
Mhm.
But I would have to I would get up on the bar and just start walking the bar and video it
Yeah.
and stuff. There was no way I was getting through crowds
It's too
of people
packed. Yeah, I heard it's packed. man.
shoulder to shoulder. You
crazy.
can't do nothing.
Yeah.
Can't do
Yeah,
nothing.
man. Good times at Thibodeau.
Thibodeau, man. Thibodeau's. I'm telling. I always say this, and I'm gonna keep on saying it. Thibodeau is the place to be, man. It's an up-and-coming city, man. It really is. I called Austin yesterday. I was like, man, bro, screw Homer. I was like, dude, I can't even get from point A to point B without taking 45 minutes. But on Homer's defense, Homer's growing too right now again because of the
Really?
oil
Gotcha.
field and
What
stuff.
the traffic.
Dude, the
traffic
traffic is so.
Oh,
The
man.
traffic
Yeah.
is so bad, and that's why I was like, man, I hate this.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hate living in this. And he was like, oh, imagine living in New Orleans. I was like, I couldn't.
yeah,
I
it is.
couldn't live in a big city like that, man.
Yeah. It's bumper to bumper.
So now whenever I come to work and stuff, I stay on the outskirts. I don't even go through the main stuff.
I know that's right.
Why you think
Yeah.
I moved out of the,
Yeah.
the
Way
main
out the
city?
way, huh?
Yeah.
I don't blame you, bro. I don't
He
blame
actually lives like 3 minutes away from here, but
But it's
you
on the
can- Yeah,
outskirts.
you can
Yeah.
literally get to his house. You go through, and then the road to his house is all woods.
you. Yeah.
There's nothing.
That's what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
yeah.
I like-
Yes.
Hey, Nick, here's this too. Many prominent NFL quarterbacks have attended the Manning Passing Academy, including Patrick Mahomes, Lamar
Oh, yeah,
Jackson,
yeah, yeah.
Eli
No,
Manning,
no, yeah,
and
yeah.
Peyton Manning.
We know that already. So
yeah.
it's all the superstars that come. And
Oh, yeah.
Of course, that's
Yeah.
all the brothers.
I think the Broncos put out in 2023 that watch, I just had it up right here.
I'm pretty sure they pretty much source the best of the best two guys to come out here.
Nah, they
right?
do. It's a
Yeah.
star-studded event.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, Broncos wire every starting QB, and this was 2023, granted, but every starting QB in the NFL playoffs attended the Manning Passing
Yeah,
Academy.
you see, that's crazy.
It is, man.
That's true. Dude, I remember that. That's like it was yesterday. I didn't even know who he was. I was in.
Two.
Oh no, I'm about to blow your minds. I'm about to tell a crazy story. Make sure we clip this at this second. Joe Burrow, in the heat of 2019. I'm talking about in his prime. Like he's popping off LSU, making these things happen for the team and all.
Yeah.
He comes to Manning Passing Camp Academy. I don't know who Joe Burrow. I don't follow sports like that. Don't know who he is.
Yeah.
We VIP up in last call. And this is when his last call was still a place.
Yeah.
And I'm always in VIP, right? I got connections, whatever. So I go up there and, I'll go meet up with all my people and I'm talking, whatever. And somebody introduces me to him. He's like, yeah, what's up, man? What's up, man? And Joe. I was like, what's up, man? Nick. Dapped him off, whatever. Nonchalant, cool. I was like, had a couple drinks, talked to him for a few minutes, whatever. I was like, yeah, what you do? He's like, I'm the quarterback in LSU. I was like, hell yeah, bro.
Cool.
I was like, hell yeah. No, I'm trashed right now. No telling what I'm on right now. I'm trashed. And I was just like, hell yeah, bro. I was like, that's fire. I was like, what you doing out here? He's like, oh, Manning Passing Academy, man. We're cutting up out here. I was like, hell yeah, bro. I was like, keep on doing your thing.
Yeah.
Never even thought twice about it after that. Walked over, went, probably talked to a girl or something, what I mean? On the phone, whatever.
Yeah, right on.
Never even, dude, my buddy, actually I got a picture of it on my Snapchat, because we ended up taking a picture together. It wasn't because I knew he was famous. We just ended up getting a picture in the same vicinity, and there's a picture of us together. And my buddy was like, dude, do you know who that is? Do you know who you were with right there? And I was like, no, who? They're like, dude, that's Joe Burrow. And they're like, literally, we won every single game, and he's leading everything because of him right now. I was like, I don't keep up with sports. Like, I didn't know. And this ain't the first time this happened to me. I remember the bodybuilder that I met that was famous. I met this famous bodybuilder, Mr. 212 Olympia, just won an Olympia champ. Dude, I meet some crazy people, but at the end of the day, I think it's that Southern hospitality mindset.
Yeah, you're trying to make a friend with everybody.
I'm making a friend with everybody.
Yeah.
I don't care how famous you
accolades
are.
and all that.
I don't care about all that, dude. If you a genuine guy and you talk to me and we can laugh and have a conversation.
There it is. Yes, let it ride.
I really don't care how famous you are. I think I actually met Wiz Khalifa on FaceTime. My buddy was all geeked out trying to get on FaceTime, and Wiz was doing a thing where he FaceTimes with fans or whatever, and my buddy couldn't get it on his phone. And he was like, let me take your phone. Let me try from your Instagram profile. I was like, whatever. I was playing Fortnite. I was like, no. I was like, no, dude, I'm not worried about that. I was like, he ain't going to join the live, whatever. Dude takes my phone within 20 seconds. Wiz Khalifa adds us to the live.
Come on.
We're talking with Wiz. And I'm like, what's up, bro? I'm just kind of what's up? He's like, what's happening, homie? I just playing some Fortnite, And my buddy was like, he took the phone. He's like, yo, Wiz, I'm the biggest fan or whatever. And then Wiz was like, man, chill out with all that shit. I was like, Jordan, chill out, man. I was like, but I don't know, man. I've had a couple crazy interactions like that with just these crazy people.
Yeah.
And it's just it's cool because also I noticed a lot of these people, they don't act, they're cool.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Down to earth too.
They down to earth too.
Yeah, they don't want to be, a lot of them don't want to be put on a pedestal or treated certain kind
and
of.
So I don't know how Joe Burrow is to this day now that he's in the NFL, and but if he still acts the way he did whenever I had that interaction with him, solid guy. I root for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, got another fan. Yeah.
Chill dude. So, is there anything else y'all wanted to discuss? I mean, I'm kind of running out of things that we got going on.
We kind of pretty much covered it all, man. I mean, look, it sounds like.
Is there anything else that you want to talk about, that you want to bring to light about Nicholls, or anything that's going on right now, maybe in your life that that might be interesting that we can play on? I don't want to end it right here. We had about an hour 15, hour 25. So I mean, we could still got 15 minutes.
Yeah. I just think that being at Nicholls is a perfect place for me to grow as a person, most importantly, but also as a practitioner, as a coach, and as a teacher. and it's provided that perfect environment for
But
that.
it's also very self-aware of you to know that, because not everybody understands that. Like everybody wants, and I'm guilty of it. You know, I take these times and I put in all these right. Let's think about it as buckets, right? You know, you got your life bucket, you got your relationships bucket, you got your business bucket, you got your right, and so. I'm filling up all these buckets for these stones in my business or whatever. And then, sometimes, with my fiance or, even hanging out with my dog, my dogs. I'm not throwing stones in those buckets sometimes. So it's just like being able to find that balance and being able to, and so that's very self-aware of you to be able to, do that. And
I'm going to tell you, shout out to Jonathan Terrell, JT, the AD. There, he has been pivotal. I call him Big Bro, even though that's Boss Man. That's Big Chief. But just by him being that guide to kind of navigate, negotiate, like balance. Because I'm a hard worker. I'm a hard nosed worker. Like you give me 3 tasks, I'm just put my nose down and I'm just gonna grind and get them done, and then knock down 2 more.
Right.
But he's been instrumental in guiding me on how to, like Frank, it's about balance. You can't just totally be give, because I'm a giver. By nature, I just give.
You want to please people.
And we're not even pleased. It's just that because
I think that's. I'm sorry. I was. What you call that? Self.
Imposed.
Yeah. So I was projecting. I was projecting my own. I'm a people pleaser.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love to see people smile, and I love to. But the thing is, I get gratitude off of meeting you where you're at. Right. And that can be, I don't want to say self-destructive, but there could be some self-neglect there. Because I remember when I first got here, I mean, anything Nicholls, I was there. It had been a softball game, basketball game, it didn't matter. Function, I was there. And had these long days, where I have to be on campus, like in the door by 6 and wouldn't leave till like 7, 8 o'clock at night. And still go and do. And
do you have a wife or a fiance or?
No, man, we're working on it. I'm trying to find Mrs. Dr. Bourgeois.
Yeah, hear that? You hear that? We got a single man. He ain't bad looking either. Keep himself in shape.
Where's all them single ladies?
Where's all them single ladies? Huh?
And that was one of the things that, me and JT sat down and talked about, last year. I said, looking back at this thing, I've devoted so much of my lifetime to strength and conditioning and, the science behind everything, is that I look in the mirror and me, myself, is neglected. Like, good gracious, I want a family. I want a wife. I want kids. I want these things.
I know, look, I hear you with that. Like, even with myself, like how I was telling you earlier, I don't look how I want to look like right now. Just with my personal self, I haven't been able to get into the gym. Well, on this flip side, I did just purchase a house, and I'm
congratulations, man.
Appreciate it. Yeah. So I'm in the process of moving from my other house. I just sold my other one, purchased this one, and I with my running 3 companies and stuff. There's a lot going on. So I literally have only been in the gym probably like twice in the past 2 weeks. And that's not where I'm at or want to be at.
I guess,
and like I hate that. So it's just like
I feel you, because it is. I don't want to say I train frequently. If I can get 2 days in a week, I'm happy. Sometimes I squeeze out 3. But this time of year, the end of the semester, beginning of the semester, it's hard for me to get in there. And I work in the weight room.
Right,
so
right.
I'm right there, just a walk away from the barbell and the bench and all that kind of stuff. But things get, like you said, things get so hectic, and I often tell myself, listen, they're not paying you to lift. They're paying you to do these program things. And
but like
they're paying you to direct someone else to lift.
But even going back to your other point though, is at the end of the day, we got to realize too is like we're not out here living to work. We out here working to live.
Working to live. That's the one. Yes. That's why I had to sit back and had to treat myself to the trip to New York. And that was a blast because it gave me like a carrot.
That's crazy.
The carrot in front of the horse.
Caroline did the same thing as you. She just took a random trip to New York.
Come on.
Yeah. She just went. She said she had a blast.
Did y'all try any of the restaurants out there?
Oh, yeah.
What's some of the... I'm trying to see if I can...
Tony's was a good one.
Did y'all go to... They had... I went with some people that kind of go frequently, so they kind of knew some of the back places.
Yeah, see, I didn't
know. We went to this steak restaurant, like Rocco's.
Oh.
Dude, like... It was It was
Legit,
fire.
huh?
Oh yeah, it was fire.
Yeah.
Like it was some kind of the hidden aspects of.
Yeah.
Did y'all fool with the subway and all that?
Oh, I did. Listen, I got lost on the subway.
Hey, look, if I wouldn't have been with them, like some people were like, look, don't even try it. Like it's not. But I was with, some people that kind of frequent that, so they knew the ins and outs.
Yeah.
That's a wild place.
And listen, my cousin, she's been up there for about, oh my goodness, 5-6 years or so in Brooklyn. And she's in South Brooklyn. And I had to catch the train or the subway up to Manhattan. And I got lost and got off.
Dude, there's more underground, just as much underground as there is
Come on
above
now.
ground. Look, we went to this mall where the toy store, where that
what
big toy store from Home Alone.
Yeah.
So underneath, dude, there's more mall. Then there's just as much mall underneath the ground.
Don't it, I mean, I don't know how true this is or whatever. Don't they say like all them bigger cities are just cities built on top of cities?
Basically.
Yeah.
Like,
Listen, when I tell you, like literally, my wife and them were at a little restaurant or something, and I had to go walk, or I don't know, they were in the toy store, whatever it was. I was like, I gotta go find the bathroom. So I'm like walking down and like, oh, go down. Dude, I end up underground part of the mall. And I'm like, where's this bathroom? So dude, I'm walking. When I tell you I come back above ground, I am like 3 blocks away from where they're at. I'm like, this is crazy. Dude, it's wild.
Hey, it gives a whole new connotation to the concrete jungle.
Yeah,
you
that's
get in the
what I'm
jungle,
Look, you go to
get
City
lost in the
Park and
jungle.
there's nothing but big rats. I'm talking about rats like this.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Man, listen, the buildings and everything, the buildings are different, but they look the same. And it's so easy to get disoriented.
Well, you know what got me too? It's like to say the city never sleeps.
Yeah.
Or the kind of the city will eat you alive. Like, look, it was kind of a sad thing, but we're walking and there was like literally a guy, like, I don't know if he was homeless. I'm pretty sure he was homeless. But like, dude, like I'm pretty sure he wasn't breathing. Like it was like looked like he was maybe dead, but like the city just like keeps going.
Yes,
And look, people are walking by, and I'm like, wow, this is wild. Like kind of eye opening kind of thing. Like, like I'm and look, the next day we come like he's like just going. So you don't know if they just come.
But like
scoop you
but
up.
that's what I'm saying though. Like
It's
that's
so wild.
That's where there's a difference between like here. And
Oh yeah, if it was
somewhere else.
here, somebody would have but it's kind of like look the same thing when I said, oh hey, what's up, man? It's like, well, what do you mean what's up? Like they want to get defensive.
Well, I ain't even gonna lie. Like I'll tell you the difference. Just me being like a genuine hearted person and like caring about people and stuff. Dude, my old house where I lived at, like one of the reasons like we kind of got out of there was just some of the crime in the area was getting bad. Like, we lived next to some like kind of Section 8 housing or whatever, and it was down the road from us. Well, I walk outside at like 2 a.m. in the morning one night.
That was my dog. Shooting guns?
No.
Oh.
This was a different time. This was like a few weeks later.
Yeah.
They were shooting guns like a few weeks prior, but I walk outside and all of a sudden I hear a girl screaming just top of her lungs like, you gonna kill me if you keep beating me like this, yada yada yada. So me being me, and I don't care who you are, I don't care how dangerous you think you are. I'm sorry, I was like crazy right there. But I promise you, I got something just as big or just as bad right behind me or right on me or right here. I was just like, I straight up, I was like, I let my dog, I put my dog inside, and I could hear that they were still outside like screaming and fighting at each other. I said, yo, I'm calling the cops. I said, F that. I said, I'm not about to let nobody die right here. Like while I'm listening, I straight up screamed that across, like, and there was like 4 houses down until you get to the Project 8. And then all of a sudden everything got silent. And so I walked inside, I grabbed my AR. I put my flashlight on. I flashed at a few different sections where like I wasn't pointing at the houses, obviously. I was kind of checking out, just pointing at the ground, making sure nobody wasn't walking my way or anything. Sure enough, I had 3 cops pull up right by, and I was like, I put my AR back inside, making sure they're not coming at me crazy. And I went flag them down. I was like, hey, y'all at the wrong place. I need to go walk down there. Like somebody was seriously like just like screaming for their life. Like at the end of the day, dude, it's just like but that's the difference where you see like somewhere in New York, if that was happening, nobody cares.
Life goes on.
Like nobody cares. Oh, it's happening. Okay, whatever. Like I don't know who you are and all, but like it's just you raised different down here. It doesn't matter who you are. Life is a life, man.
Yes.
That's crazy, man.
It is, man. It is a crazy world we're living in.
Life always takes you in different turns. You never know. It's
for real.
So crazy. I thought of something a while ago. If so going forward, like we talk about growing. Do you see as being in these positions, the sports that you mentioned to us? Do you see you continuing in those same sports, or do you kind of
you dropping out a little bit?
as you kind of like learned over these years? Like, did you pick those sports that you wanted to be in conditioning, or they kind of like hey, this is the position that's open. You kind of had to adapt to it.
I had to adapt to it because
Okay,
initially it was
so that's
football
pretty
only,
cool.
and then it
I was wondering because I didn't know if you had a little background in the cross country and the the tennis. What was it? Tennis,
tennis,
and then
track and field.
yeah.
No,
Well, he said he played all the sports before. But
Well, no, I know that, but I'm saying like
The only-
I didn't know if he went to Nicholls and was like, "Hey, yeah, I know y'all got a position open, but hey, look, I'm better in these sports." Or is it kind of like, look, this is what we got open. You're gonna have to kind of just adapt.
I think at the position that I am, like I do have I'm in a position to where if I just wanted to do one sport, I can delegate the rest of the sports.
I got you.
But what happens when you do that is I'm overloading now my staff. And
Correct.
I'm big on quality of life.
I thought I said quality.
Quality, man. So, if I'm overburdening them just for me wanting to do one sport, then I'm not doing, the athlete, I'm not doing them, the student athlete, I'm not doing them any justice. But then second to that, I'm not doing my coach justice. So it's one of those deals where aspirations, to be quite frank and honest, pun intended, is football only. That would be the next step, just to work football only, really sink my teeth in because.
Hopefully we can grow Nicholls to get to that point.
Yes, sir. And that's the aim and that's the goal, man.
And that's where we get all these people together, and this is this team situation we're talking about. We built. Look, people don't understand. We talking about all these other teams. We building a team right now. Right. We're building a team between Nicholls, us, and all other people that's trying to make Nicholls succeed. Right.
And when you really sit back and look, I'm just now becoming aware of just the magnitude of that team. This team is huge, and I think I just know the tip of the iceberg when it comes to it. But it's a very exciting time to be a part of this thing, this conglomerate, this thing that's rolling. Because and the biggest thing is, again, it's about the people. Because you can have a team, but if it's a bunch of the people just
degenerates,
selfish people or people that's just they don't sit right with. It makes a difference.
Well, I think it was cool too. Obviously Nicholls has grown from early on to where it is now, but I feel like it's growing at a higher rate right now. So that's pretty cool that you can be a part of that because this higher rate of growth is going to happen faster.
Yes.
So then you're going to be like sitting back like, dang, man.
I
was a part of this.
It might be come time like I might not leave Nicholls.
Yeah.
Hey,
no, seriously.
Well, you never know.
You never know because I love where I'm at. I have genuine fun.
Yeah, I just want to let Nicholls know we're not ever insinuating let's get Coach out of here.
Not at all.
No. But Nicholls is I don't know, man. It's just a great place.
It is.
It's a great community. It's just a great place to really build a foundation.
Yes. Oh man, and build from that. Like I tell my coaches when they come in as like a new hire, and I say Nicholls is the perfect place to test. It's a litmus paper. It's a litmus test. So if you have this idea that you think will be good in practice for your student athletes, put it in play. Try it out. Test it out and see. In some of these other schools, particularly the higher you go up, you basically have to have this thing in line. Ain't no testing.
There ain't no
nothing.
testing nothing. You do where it works, and then
bam, that's it.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful place, and one of my aspirations and goals is to really get like the sports science side of things going to where, because I have colleagues that are in other states and in other nations that here in this place at Nicholls, we have access to all the students. And the attitude there is they would love to help. The coaches would love to help that. But, on the other side, the academics, my colleagues, they have all the knowledge and equipment but don't have access to the athletes.
Right.
So there's a beautiful opportunity for just national and international collaboration coming out of Nicholls. When I first got here, I was blessed to be a part of a combat athlete paper. We published a paper on training combat athletes. And it was a very special thing to be able to put, Nicholls State University, Thibodeau, Louisiana,
That's
USA.
cool.
on that paper because it was published in a pretty well-known paper when it comes to sports science.
Well, I think it takes things like that, like, and everybody wants to hate on Louisiana, South Louisiana, and just where we are and all because people say, "Oh, we're uneducated, yada yada," because we talk a certain way or whatever, yada yada, whatever. I think this is like a great place for us, just as far and shows how just how fruitful and how intelligent we really are.
Yes, yes, catch the world by surprise, man.
Especially with it growing right now and how much it's growing. Like,
yes.
We, like you said, y'all building these things and y'all building these programs over here. I mean, at the end of the day, it takes people like you. It takes people like us. It takes all these type of people in the community. We don't want, dude. I'll put it to you like this: South Louisiana or Louisiana in general, we had higher math scores than all the kids in New York and California.
Come on.
Yeah, Louisiana students came out like in 8th grade and 4th grade leap scores higher than all the rest. So it's just like, man, I don't know. If we keep on investing in our state and keep on doing things, I think it's gonna be.
That's it.
I think we can get to a much higher point way faster.
Yeah.
And we can stop having this negative stigma on.
Yeah. No, for sure. It's
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because dude, other states like out of the SEC hate LSU.
Yeah.
Hate. I mean, I'm just using LSU. You know what I mean? Because obviously. But they hate us. They call us dumb.
Yeah.
They think we're stupid. And then the fact that we come out here and we win every year and we the best and all of our all of the athletes. You know where Alabama recruits most of their athletes? Yeah, you do. Where?
Well, look, if you notice, if you ever ask people that way up north and they don't even know Houma exists.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. They think we ride alligators and stuff.
Yeah, right.
like, oh, y'all got cars? Yeah, we got cars.
Yeah, well, then some people they make these comments and stuff, or like about like the studio. Like we had one guy come in and he was like wanted to do some it was like a rapper, like a local rapper and all. He was like, we told him our prices for the studio, and then he was like, "What, in Houma, Louisiana?" And then like I was like, "Yeah, man, in Houma, Louisiana." I was like, it takes people to do next level things like this. I was like, come right over to the studio and see what we got going on, and then you'll see. And then the guy ended up coming over to the studio, saw it, and he was like, shit, man, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just
seriously.
like, it takes all of these different people in all these different parts of the community to, actually make something happen and make us a worthy place to want to be.
Nah, it does, man. And it's just a special thing. I look back and I think, where else could I be right now? And I'm just fortunate, blessed just to be here and a part of it.
Well, look, do you want to shout any? Because my guy's definitely telling us, so we got to wrap up in the studio. Do you have any socials or anything that you want us to shout out, or do you want to? Do you rather shout out just Nicholls? Any of the Nicholls Athletics?
Nicholls Athletics, because I don't even know my own Instagram. And I got to get better at that, man.
Yeah.
I have to get better at that.
Well, look, his name is Coach Frank Bourgeois. If you can find him on Instagram or Facebook, go ahead and find him. But he's definitely the head of Nicholls, the Nicholls Strength and Conditioning. Yeah. And definitely doing some big things, and we're looking forward to seeing what else you gotta do next.
Yes, indeed.
And remember, ladies, he's single and ready to mingle.
Give your boy holler. You want to throw your phone number out there? Thank y'all. Y'all have a good one.
All right, now.
That was a good one, man.
Damn, that was awesome.
That was actually a really good episode.
And we are wrapped.